Number 2 for North American ECS. We switched up the roster. Myself, Henry, and Yanko will bring you the action for the next 2 games. We get into one that's an interesting one, obviously. We've talked about this whole... You almost fell.
Almost.
Almost tilted. You would have landed on the soundboard and wrecked literally everything.
It's fine.
I would have saved you, Henry. I would have caught you.
Strong start. Let's keep going.
Well, we've talked about this issue quite a bit over the last few nights, without a roof, compLexity as well, and once again we see it where there's a team that's switching a roster right before the game.
Yes, it seems like that's the storyline pretty much every game we've casted as anything so far. But there's another storyline here as well. I'm not sure if we're allowed to say too much about it, but for reasons unknown, it's going to be dephh playing from the UK tonight. So that's a bit of a spanner in the works. Obviously playing in the NA servers with a UK ping, it's going to be a huge disadvantage. Although we did see, was it Splice the other night playing from the UK in the GK?
Yeah, and they beat Liquid.
Yeah, so I don't know, maybe it's an advantage, maybe it's a new thing.
What do you say about that one?
I have no idea, but it should be on paper, that should be a massive disadvantage. So this game, going forward, TSM should have a massive advantage going into this one. And to be fair, TSM, they were much better yesterday than I thought they would be. Like players like Twistzz and who's the other chap? SEMPHIS as well, and autimatic.
I thought Twistzz was pretty good, yeah.
Like, I think they actually a really good all-round package. I actually was quite impressed with them. So they should be taking this one. compLexity's current form isn't great. They've had some close results against, I think, NRG. They had a couple of decent maps, but they didn't win them. But we'll see what happens. We're
jumping straight in. We were going to talk about maps, but apparently the
Have fun, boys.
Have
fun. Nail it. Nail it.
Thanks for being here, Yanko. It was good to get your insight on that one. But we are straight in. It is going to be compLexity starting out on the T side. We talked about this roster a little bit before as well with dephh and Surreal, like you mentioned, but also Android. That's going to be playing. So apparently that's who it was. So
this is feNeK's actual name.
Exactly.
Right? So we saw Android. That's what we were like, who the hell's feNeK? Okay, so he's Android. We did cast him. Android. That's absolutely right. That makes a lot more sense.
You made fun of the name the entire time.
That's true. Now it all comes back to me. While we do get into this one, it'll be witmer towards B. He's actually joined by teammate as well. We're going to be going. This is the fake. You can see the bombs actually towards Palace. They're trying to find a kill here. Running past the CT though, not going to work out. But they will be making their way to the A side.
witmer's another one that says IWNL on it. We're finding them all. They're coming out eventually. dephh inside of the site with bomb down. Does get taken by SEMPHIS though. Despite that though, feNeK does find the shot onto Sick. They still have one man down, the man advantage on the CT side, but that fake worked on the B site. Surreal gets one more. feNeK's going to get back into FNS as well, but suddenly it still versus a 2 situation for Android. feNeK, I'm going to get confused by this. Let's pick it right now.
Let's just go with Android.
Android it is. SEMPHIS and Twistzz trying to play off this together. No kit in the hands and low HP. He's got this. He's easily got this. 11 HP for Android himself, but he can face this as he wants. He can. It's already done.
Yep, he can't defuse now. No kits, and it looked like a very promising round there for TSM. But Android, the new boy, we assume, we're not really sure what the situation is with him, but he's going to be winning them the round. 3 kills for him, and a decent little fake there from compLexity, going towards B, taking a lot of the presence away from the A bomber side. They make their way in, find the initial kill. The TSM with a very decent retake there. It comes down to Android stepping in massively, and we go into round number 2. TSM now looking like they will be forcing into this. It's going to be Sick, FNS, and autimatic with the CZs. And SEMPHIS, of course, he's the AWPer. He will not be investing into this match. He's just got a PT-50, no armor. And we'll have a look at what the approach is from the terrorists here. Actually going to be committing 3 players towards the A side of the map, 1 towards Palace. And they're doing pretty much a mirror of what we saw in the pistol. So 2 players in towards the B apartments, looking for that aggro. I guess those are going to be the Mac 10 players. And there it is. That's going to be sancz with that UMP. He opens things up, and now the rest of his teammates will be going in for the rotation kills.
Already by the sandwich is going to push in past that smoke. That'll actually conceal him. Get him in behind the CT player. There's still one alive in the side. It's FNS, oddly enough, was the first to be confronted and the last to die. But that was a pretty straightforward round.
Can we bring up the scoreboard, please, if anyone's there?
I'm curious about deph's ping.
Yeah, so 126. I just wanted to confirm what he's playing on. So 126. So that basically...
I like how you'd ask if anyone was there.
Well, I just wanted to make sure Yanko obviously was moving out the room. I want to see if he was set up yet. The thing is, right, so when you're AWPing that ping, that's like, you can feel like almost a half-second delay when you're shooting the AWP and like actually getting the kill. It's a really weird sensation when you're playing over 100 ping. It's very difficult to actually handle, but you know, sometimes players can handle it, and we saw it, like we said, Splice taking advantage of that from London the other day. This round should be a complete runaway for compLexity here. It's dephh with that large ping. autimatic running through to spawn now as well, doing a bit of damage towards Sick, and now he's got all the presence. They probably can rotate back.
I wonder if he just goes SMG all night now.
Run and gun, definitely the way to go,
exactly.
I would say. P90s, UMPs, Tech 9s, save the money, drop some AKs for your teammates.
Why not? Good position for him now as well. On top of the shelving unit, gonna try and spot them when they walk in toward the convenience store. New call. New meta. Sick gonna wait. They just want exit kills at this point in time. Bomb already down. They know the situation. They know there's nothing that they can do. They'll bring the guns out next time no matter what. But if they could pick up a few from Charity, it would be not the worst situation for them, to be honest.
Well, just those PT50s waiting for the exits here, but it's not even worth compLexity going for these kills right now. They can just exit, let the bomb explode, stay alive.
Yeah, well, that's 3 SMGs. If they go down to those, they're going to give up a lot of money as well.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, sick, good fun one. It's going to be Android funning the next. SEMPHIS dropped as well. He said he's the player who's going to be on the AWP almost certainly next round. And actually, Twistzz funning Android. It's going to be a pretty convincing case for them. It's not the SMGs funning the kills, so doesn't get the cash injection from that, but Sick, the last player remaining, he won't find anything for his USP there. We go into the first gun round here. As I mentioned, SEMPHIS back on the AWP. We can see compLexity actually upgrading pretty heavily here. They're going to have Android coming in. He drops an AWP over as well, so witmer will be purchasing that weapon. Oh no, he actually was the one purchasing. You can see Android actually has 7k left over, so here we go then. SEMPHIS. Difficult round for the CTs. You can see the lack of utility and defuse kits. It's going to be that boost we saw a couple of times through the night. Yesterday, SEMPHIS going towards underpass there, finding going towards dephh, and a double as well. Lovely stuff here to wrap things up. Just needs to stay alive now. I don't know why he's staying. Why would you want to give your kill away after this? You've won the round, but there we go.
Smart to get away finally.
Yeah.
A little bit overcommitted on that face. Twistzz is going to get himself up on top of the corner inside of B site. That gives him an early read. Can't quite see catwalk from that position, so perhaps why they're looking to bring autimatic over as well. Bombs out toward middle. They have taken the underpass late. SEMPHIS going to fade back with that AWP. No one's really going to watch the top of connector right now because FNS inside of the site. He's trying to play with Sick, who's underneath the shadow. But SEMPHIS should hear that. Yeah, he definitely is. He's inside of the window room right now, in fact. So they'll get a read that they're trying to put some more mid pressure on.
Yeah, they're just looking for a pick right now. compLexity seeing there's any options here. All three players towards middle. You'd assume maybe boost one up towards window, then go for connector, see if you can find a kill in that sense. And we'll see how it works out for them. It is a 5-on-3 still. They have done a little bit of damage to SEMPHIS, but actually opting to go to the short here, so maybe sancz is the decoy, as it were, trying to find a pick towards A and protect his teammates as they go towards short, but we'll see how this unfolds in 30 seconds remaining.
Twistzz. Decent position inside B, but it's going to actually be coming his way from catwalk. Spots up the first, sprays down 2 potentially, nearly gets tagged up by Surreal, but gets away with it, and sancz will fall all by his lonesome over toward A.
Very nice stuff there. It's all down to SEMPHIS opening things up, and as I said,
double up.
Needed to stay alive in that situation. Had he dropped, that could have been pretty problematic for TSM, but they kept all 5 players alive as well. That's very important considering how much up against it they were in that first gun round there. But compLexity still had tons of cash going into this, so they will be buying, of course. It's going to be 3-1, still in their favour, but this is a big one. 5 AKs, no orbs here. Not so aggressive. Looking for those shots through the smoke. And as you said, yes, double orb setup, autimatic joining him as well.
Yeah, they picked that up at the end of the round from sancz, who could have elected to try and save that, but it was already committed to the top of connector at the time. Bomb going to be dropped intentionally outside of A. And a push toward underpass. 2 already working up middle, including sancz this time. dephh has gone toward the AK this time.
Yep, no Mac 10 this time, seeing what he can do with that massive thing. It's going to be the terrorist going for the mid control right now. The bomb is towards the A ramp for now, so presumably similar to what we saw in the pistol, you can see players towards the B apartments. It's going to be Surreal and witmer just holding up, waiting for the smoke to dissipate and trying to work a pick potentially, but it's going to be autimatic with that AWP. Surely could have locked him down. Twistzz, a very strong player, and he gets one shot. Joins in as well. Great work there from Twistzz. That should be the round secured here. sancz does get one towards autimatic, but that should be secured at this point. There's something still to play for here as Android finds a kill on towards Twistzz. 3-on-2 still, and sancz with a decent position. The B bomb site actually open for the bomb to go down.
Thanks, gonna watch this angle as well. In toward the checker room, spots up the first on Sick, has the position to shuffle over as well as the bomb's going to get planted on that pick alone. That's enough to give them security, and sancz still play off the sound on this. He's actually got behind him. This should be 2 quick ones for him. He does respond, FNS though. And it is now the 1-on-1 for TSM. Picking this up after winning the first gun round, but this one much closer. He gets the headshot, grabs the AWP, and lots of time to defuse.
what was that? I think it was a 5-on-2 at one point, maybe a 5-on-3, but still, it's going to be complexity, getting the bomb down and taking down 4 players with them. That would look like a very comfortable round for TSM. They haven't really stabilised the money yet, so still, that does apply a lot of pressure to them going forward. It was actually quite solid. All those initial kills, Twistzz found 2, and then it seemed like they just kept wanting to apply pressure. They didn't want to stop facing, they didn't want to wait for the terrorists to make the next move. They wanted to finish that off as quickly as possible, but they still haven't broken the terrorist economy, and why I would keep force buying as a terrorist as well. You know, the CTs haven't really got everything under full control yet, but we'll see what kind of buy they are bringing into this one. It's going to be complexity with, I think I saw 2 Tech 9s there, yeah. So 2 Tech 9s, 3 AKs. Still is a pretty strong balance. He's not double AWP anymore, but still, let them know that they break them if they win this one. It's going to be a fast play towards the B side.
Shot on from SEMPHIS. Second one as well. It just falls into his crosshair. Twistzz picks up 2 in the meantime, and together, despite Twistzz going down, they will collect everyone walking into the B site or trying to walk, run, jaunt into the B site, gallop, prance,
all of that stuff.
Dance.
Like a prince,
skip.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I know you like princes right now.
Most overpowered thing in Clash Royale.
We go into this round number 7.
That game sucks, by the way.
I know. Keep playing it though.
Nothing else to do in my life right now.
Complexity on pretty much a full eco. Smoke, flashbangs, and they've got Tech 9s and PT50s. Just going to be bursting out. Looks like a contact play on towards the A side. Smoke does get dropped. Just going to be trying to plant the bomb here. And they've got a very tall order, but that's actually a great start though. That's the next start position. Going down to 6. It does get joined by SEMPHIS as well, but they actually get the kills here. This is actually an advantage almost for the terrorists as they salvage a couple of rifles as well. Bomb will be planted, and the CT smoked out for now. Twistzz on an MP7, so he's going to have a difficult time retaking.
Firebox though, well placed. Molotov couldn't even try and shuffle out to find a headshot position.
Wow, like convincing case out of complexity. Like I said, they didn't really invest anything. I think it was 1 smoke and a flashbang. FNS caught down the open after the flash came in. They found that initial kill, took down SEMPHIS as well, and bomb planted 2-on-2. Could have gone either way considering they had the rifles, but lost the Angels. It's going to be round number 8. Complexity's money balancing now, but TSM need to be careful here. They're not having very convincing rounds against these 4/eco buys as well. But we're going to round number 8. Or back and towards SEMPHIS. He has been pretty strong so far, hitting some key shots, knocking them down and actually making their way to the bomb sites here. And it's looking like an A split potentially here from Complexity. 3 players towards the A side of the map, really smoking off towards Connector and the steps. And then be trying to allow their teammates to come in that area. We can see an aggressive stance here from the CTs. 1 player off towards short, that's SEMPHIS. Spotting towards top and middle. Just get flashed in time though.
He doesn't know he's crossed. Oh, the death. Can't hit the shot. Perhaps the ping, perhaps just a little bit worried that the AWP would track him down if he didn't hit it on the first bullet and doesn't commit to the peak. But 6 going to try and get a little bit closer up toward the palace right now. And Witmer says he will never lose. Free bracks. There it is. See? He even has free bracks in there now.
All the
leader of the club is behind bars.
Looking like an execute coming in right now. We've got 4 players and one of the terrorists watching for the flanks as well. It will be a full execution here. Still have 3 smokes and Molotovs. They assume this will be towards CD spawn, jungle steps. Try and force themselves in with the flashbangs, and here comes the play.
Sick. Head down, face the ground, make sure no flashes catch him off. Find Surreal, but trade it out. Will they expect FNS though? 1 shot for him. 1 above, doesn't see him yet. Nearly does. It almost gets to 30. Collects it with a headshot. That was quite, I don't know, what's the word I want to use? Sexy from FNS. I feel like we're using that a little bit too much. It was a little bit sloppy almost, but it worked.
They should have been checking that, to be honest.
Yep.
There's no real reason not to check sandwich. It's a very common position. Obviously, a lot going on in those executions, but if you are executing correctly, how it should be, that position has got to be checked. That's got to be he should be getting 1 frag there. He's been very lucky to actually get 3. That's kind of nuts, but still. TSM now, after going 3-0 down, that's 5 in a row for them, looking incredibly strong now. That's going to be maximum loss bonus, of course, for complexities. They can still buy him 5 AKs. Not the most utility. SEMPHIS, I thought he was going to pull the trigger there. Potentially had 2, but going to be just holding up, looking for any boots coming in from underpass here. And once again, coming in with a sick or the nice aggressive play there. Gets the first kill into Surreal, one of the UK boys. Will be taken down, and now 5-4. SEMPHIS looking towards middle, doesn't spot the players coming in beneath him. Somehow kills him there. This is just brutal now for complexity. Wrecked at every sector of the map. sancz. This is a nice play from TSM. They're mixing things up. They're expecting a change of pace for complexity. It's sick that goes up towards that palace area, finds the first kill, and funnels the terrorists to make their next move towards middle. And SEMPHIS, although somehow I don't know how he survived. I think they were facing him for about 2 or 3 seconds before he actually had to shoot. And he picks up a couple and finishes things off. So we should see a compLexity eco here. They can do definitely a partial / quasi buy, whichever way you prefer to say. I think we go partial buy these days.
Just, yeah, Quasimodo. Yeah. Hunchback.
Well then. Again, fast play. Oh, that's 4. Regardless, gets the kill.
It's 2, yeah, even better still. 6 gonna take down dephh, and now things starting to roll for TSM. Good shot from Android with 1 deagle, but bomb down. Last alive, witmer stuck inside of Tetris, and unfortunately he didn't have the square, the 4 long piece to make the Tetris play. And move out 4 lines of players.
Do you know what the actual term Tetris means in that game?
No.
So when you have the long line, it's like, I think that's 4 or 5 units.
Yeah, you knock them all out at once.
Yeah, so
that's Tetris.
That's a Tetris.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I thought that you were going to give me some like legitimate lexicon meaning for the word.
No. That's the actual, that's what it is.
Yeah. It's like Yahtzee. It's like the game itself is called Yahtzee, but it's when you get the 5 5s or whatever it is. I don't know how it works. My dad likes that game. He's old.
Got a Game Boy, has he?
No, Yahtzee he plays on.
I thought you meant Tetris.
Oh no, Tetris is why I started doing poor math class actually.
Right. Okay.
Once I realized my TI-83 could have that installed into it, yeah, that's when the problems began.
7-3 now, compLexity. And a deficit after winning the pistol. It's going to be witmer back on towards the AWP. They have got 4 AKs, of course, the maximum loss bonus. No bombs going down, but they do rack up in the end. Different stance this time. The bomb is towards a ramp. He will be joined by a teammate as well, but they're going to be holding up, essentially presenting a fake towards the B site here. There's going to be 3 players towards that side of the map. That's the ult from SEMPHIS. We'll see where he's positioned. He's normally towards middle or short. Nothing really happening right now. Everyone's just holding up and hoping to see people. There's going to be Ferris coming in. Twistzz in a great position to take him down. It's behind that smoke, getting backed up in automatic as well. This is the fake. It's not really very convincing. You need a bit of fake. You need to actually go.
Really not.
Yeah, if you're just throwing a smoke and a Molotov, it's not going to pull anyone away.
Well, I would have thought that smoke and Molotov would have allowed. That actually is a decent setup for the start of one, but you don't even show yourself on it. It becomes pretty obvious. Good play from Android. But Sick is still inside the site, and he and FNS have had easy work shutting this down. Another good shot. So Android's been stepping up tonight. feNeK's been playing well, but SEMPHIS is going to find him with the AWP, and now it's 8-3. compLexity only with the guns. Excuse me, the rounds after the pistol when they had guns.
So let's think about it. You've got the call. We need to do a B fake here, guys. So we've got to do the B fake. What's the B fake we do? Okay, you know it's the one when we do a smoke at the end of the apartments and we just throw a Molotov and then we run back away. That doesn't work as a fake. You need to be like committed players with an idea to actually have an exit strategy. You commit them in, you flash over, you try and find a kill, you have the exchanges, you maybe get a 1-for-1, then they can push off towards short or go towards kitchen and pincer. That's how the fake should be going. You can't just throw a smoke and a Molotov and hope that's going to do anything. You just it's just restricting your teammates towards A. They're going in with less numbers at that point. You haven't pulled anyone away, and you're just giving them a 5-on-3.
They're going to play the same position forward A. Sick this time where FNS was. They check it, but it's still a spray down. How? Did they let that happen? sancz gets 1 in return, and now Surreal gives them the man advantage, but damage is done. sancz on 24, Surreal on 25, and a rotation coming from Twistzz. Smoke out. They won't peek through that flash. Just buys more time because it's dissipating, and that does give them the split second required to put the bomb down, but Twistzz is going to close off too easily on the 2 inside of the site. It's just witmer left inside of the palace.
Yeah, it's smoked out now. He's absolutely done for. Man alive. Why are you not checking sandwich? I have no idea. This is actually...
Even just Molotov.
It's actually making me tilt a little bit as watching it. Like, you've got to... After you get wrecked by FNS, of all people, in that position, and you don't even kill him, surely check it, and the next time you go with the execute, and man, I don't even know what to tell you. That's just horrible. But still, TSM looking very strong. They actually are having decent crossfires and making sure they get the refrags. There's 3-on-2 there. Like you said, compLexity on low HP couldn't really do much with holding on to the site. It was witmer in the palace. Once that smoke goes down, he has no option but to face, runs out, hopes for the best, gets taken down. So clever play from TSM, but that's now 9 rounds in a row for them. I feel like this game's over. I think compLexity were lucky to get the pistol. Doesn't seem they've got much else going on. They're getting the next fast ace here. It's actually more defensive play this time from TSM, so they could have a good opportunity to actually get on the site. And they get the initial kills as well. Oh, great shot from witmer. Okay, this is better.
FNS up on top of the stairwell, does spray into dephh, but can't get the full kill onto him. It's 14 HP he's got to work with. 4 versus 2, this one they have to win. Bomb down on the A site. FNS going to try and walk back up over top to see the top of sandwich, but he'll check it. It's funny how they didn't do it the other way last time, but Surreal still out toward A main, time ticking, kits on both. Single flashbang for FNS, but Surreal's going to deploy his first. That would go just beyond FNS's position, but he tries to pre-fire the corner. Down he goes, it's on to Twistzz. We've seen him pull off something pretty crazy in the last few days, but this time, not much escape, and Surreal watching it. He'll get caught in transition.
TSM changing their setup a little bit there. I think after having such strong arms on the A bomb side for so many rounds, it's justified to change things up. They're saying, well, they're obviously going to try B or maybe go towards mid this time. Let's run a different setup. Obviously, compLexity just went for the fast A approach. Only found one CT there and then found the rotating frags as well. So good aim from them. witmer coming to life there with some decent AK shots, and they managed to hold on, decent positions in the post-plant situation as well. So another fake coming in here by the looks of things from compLexity. I don't mind this one too much. You can see 3 players will be doing the full smoke execute. Looks like they're doing them pretty quickly as well. The bombs towards the B apartment. So this is where we need to see what their methodology is going forward. You need to show presence. You need to be finding kills. Someone needs to do something, which it looks like they are committing. So this could be enough. They need to find at least one frag before they focus towards B. You can see there are still 2 CTs towards B right now. That's autimatic and Twistzz. So far, not selling anything.
Selling headstones, Henry?
Maybe, or caskets.
Caskets. dephh flash time works, but pistols can't kill. AWP will from SEMPHIS. FNS takes down Android. This actually is a fair trade, but the problem is now that they are starting to put pressure on B, Twistzz is already looking to rotate away, and he's come back now. They mid to call. A rotation in toward the vent room from autimatic. Tells Twistzz he's likely going to have company, and autimatic's been quiet. He's the rotation player, but great play from Twistzz again to drop the bomb. Now he's got to be loud, but caught by Surreal. And FNS nowhere near to be able to deny this bomb plant this time. The problem is that sancz is so far away. If he gets this kill right away on the Surreal, who's very low, he could just hold this. He could just defuse it right now.
Yeah, he could do.
I don't think he's aware of it, though, but he could easily just get on this. Okay, now he's going to hold this inside the smoke. This is done. It's over. There's nothing they can do.
Is he defusing? I don't see the blast.
Okay, that was a glitch for us, obviously.
Okay. Well, it was actually a pretty good approach from compLexity. Like I said, they needed to get some frags there and force the rotation. And Twistzz was just leaving the B bomb site. Looked like it worked out pretty nicely there. And unfortunately, sancz, I'm not sure if he was daydreaming or waiting for the last player to move. I don't know. But he gets caught towards T spawn as the bomb's planted. And in that situation, I didn't catch a timer what it was on towards the end. Maybe it wasn't enough time to wait for his rotation. And we could see Surreal was very low HP indeed, but it's going to be number 15 here. TSM needs to increase their victory to 11. It could be a fast player towards short. Witmer, decent position here. Towards autimatic, a nice spray down towards short. Does a ton of damage on towards Surreal. And out of the Twistzz, one of the strongest players on the TSM lineup. See what he can deliver here. Got one, got the bomb. Can't get 2 though, so it should be around surely an opportunity for compLexity, but there's only 2 players remaining. As well. Do smoke off towards kitchen and FNS pushing through.
He's going to push that smoke very quick as well, so sancz not ready for it. Then drop the bomb down. Surreal last alive, 11-4. Pretty straightforward half from TSM.
Yes.
It's not going to cut to us. You can look pretty all you like, Henry, but don't worry about it.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. You never
Do
know.
you know that I have a very similar colored cardigan that we should wear them together some night.
I don't have enough cardigans. I realised when I found this in my house.
I used to have 7.
I went to my parents' house this week to get my old clothes and stuff, and I forgot I even had these. And I was very happy to find my wardrobe again. So look out for more cardigans coming in 2016.
Shoot me now. Nah, just kidding. I actually really like cardigans.
Good. I've got a few now.
I do. That said, 11-4, the only gun. They get 1 round. They get 1 round, which finally they got a post plant that was favorable, but they got 3 after pistol. That's it. It was pretty abysmal. And
the pistol they shouldn't have even won. That was when that's when Android got a 3-on-1 situation. He played very well, to be fair, but it wasn't like it was a clean cut tactic that won in the round. So compLexity completely out of their depth there. It looks like they seem like. Obviously, we have to be a little bit forgiving with him. dephh is playing from the UK. He's one of their strongest fraggers. And he's got a 130 ping or something, so I'm a little bit forgiving, but their basic approach in terms of the tactics and the ways they were selling some of their fakes was a bit out there, I have to say. And then you get in 1 gun round, it's pretty abysmal, but you know, it's we're warming up, I guess. It's the first map of the series. They're going to the second half now. compLexity, obviously on the CT side, 4 sets of armor and dephh going aggressive towards top middle. This is audacious considering his handicap with the ping, but it looks like he gets an opportunity here. He's very good at these moments. He's one of their strongest players, as I said, but not going to be working out this time. SEMPHIS takes him down, and it's going to be 5-on-4 now.
Oh! That was 2 of them from witmer. How sick was that? Round suddenly back in the hands of compLexity. SIX got a 1 versus 3, and witmer. All right, he hits the hard shots. This one a little bit easier. Go for it. Go for it. Yo, witmer! What a round. That was sick. That was nutty. I want to see the replay on that.
That was, those 2 shots he got towards middle, that was insane. Lovely stuff. So compLexity take the second pistol as well. Force buy coming in from TSM, they will be getting Tech9s and Deagles. And SEMPHIS joining in as well, so potentially not going to be running the...
We're not getting it. What is Adam doing? We didn't get a replay. Adam's dead to me.
Then we get the replays after the game.
No, they're right here.
Do they?
Yeah, Adam's dead to me. It's okay.
Well then.
I'll remember this. SEMPHIS and sancz going to work together, top and middle. That deagle gets quite ominous in that position when sancz faces that long and goes down to 42. You'd expect it would just, be that unlucky situation where sancz overcommits. But it is going to be now a set for 4 inside of middle. 1 player at Palace, that's autimatic. And a boost from the Tech9. Not going to jump all the way through, just sit on the ledge outside of the window. A crafty little position. Now that the smoke's there, he'll use that to conceal his entry. And sancz is looming. He's still on the right side behind that smoke. He's going to go toward jungle now as well. SEMPHIS should get the read on this. Get the shot on it as well. The deagle does haunt him down in the end, but deph's there with the UMP. And Twistzz going to be spotted up from catwalk. Means he's low on HP, but still finds the kill. Android's going to be outnumbered here. But he has the distance game to play with this FAMAS.
Yeah, it definitely has a huge advantage in that sense. Decent position here. And you can see 2 players are going to be low. It's FNS and Twistzz on 20. And now Android's position is given away. Surely he could have found the skill though. Oh, there it is. Gets a shot towards Twistzz. And now this should be a round for compLexity. Pretty simple procedure at this point. Just don't need to make any mistakes and they'll be okay. That's easier said than done, as there's the first. FNS takes down witmer towards Shawn. They're going to be smoked off now. The Surreal getting the kill on towards autimatic.
30 seconds. He's going to commit to this. That's bold.
This one's going to plant. The money is more important at this point.
Win it. Win it. I dare you, FNS. Oh, that could have given him a chance, but now they know exactly where he is. Both players going to face, and I'm afraid there's not much he can do with 7 HP once they both commit.
Yeah, had he found that kill on ticket booth, it was a little bit of sloppy aim, I have to say, but had he got that kill, could have got a little bit interesting considering the smoke was there as well. But he got the bomb down. That was the main objective. It was a 2-on-1. Very unlikely he was going to win with the weapon and the circumstance, but gets cash for the next round. They probably would do a full eco this time, and the bomb helps them by into the next. compLexity now did lose 3 players, just kind of balancing the books in terms of spreading the economy around, dropping some weapons over. They know they're going up against pretty much nothing this round, so, oh, okay, no, it's going to be a little partial buy coming in. I thought they would keep themselves completely clear for AWPs and a full utility, but, PT50's Tech9's body armor, and some smoke from flashes as well. Going to be doing a heavy B approach here as well. Here we go. This could get interesting.
Witmer's going to fade, find a better angle. They're well inside the site, and he's unfortunately caught in the middle of nowhere. FNS finds the kill. Smokes go off in toward the checker room as well. And FNS picking up a gun has to try and use this perfectly. It is the silenced M4, so has a chance inside this smoke to stay a little bit more sly, I guess you could use on it, but deph's already out to the flank. He's going to take down FNS immediately from the balcony side.
Yeah, round secure. Bomb when we're getting planted either, but automatically in a decent position. He gets 1. Still sancz on 6 HP, so he does find this kill. We've definitely got an option here, but that's a poor smoke as well, so yeah.
The thing is, the poor smoke is autimatic's not going to push through it.
What if he smokes? They're giving him a little path to actually get the bomb.
That's ridiculous. The second one makes no sense. The first one actually, risky, so it's not likely he's going to push it anyway, but the second one was a bit silly.
Yeah, well, they managed to recover the round, so it's okay, like you said. So we go into round number 19, the first real gun round here. As I said, the terrorists with that force buy, well, it wasn't force buy, the partial buy, they could have actually had Molotovs, flashbangs, HEs, everything, and they could have actually gone for really strong execution here. That limited them a little bit, didn't get the bomb down. So they're going to have, they do have the smokes, but no Molotovs going to be very important, but I like this from compLexity. Changing things up in the first gun round, you go for this aggressive play and shut down potentially weaker terrorists. Definitely won't have an AWP, so let's see how this goes down for them. Actually 3 CTs committed here, and the problem is there are 3 terrorists into that palace area. It looks like they're acting quickly as well, so they need to start rotating right now. It's going to be witmer watching for them. Hits the first shot though, so that's the first line of defense down from the terrorists, and the second shot as well. Sick. Going to burn alive, it's Surreal.
FNS and autimatic. So go to 11-8. Suddenly it becomes a closer game than you might have expected, considering how poor the performance was from compLexity on their T side. It's going to do exactly that right now, as FNS the last alive. Maybe not right now, Henry, but kind of now-ish.
Now-ish.
Soon-ish. Ready? 3, 2, 1, now-ish. Oh, nailed it.
Well. compLexity looking a little bit stronger here, 4-0 on the second half. And it's going to be another partial buy coming from TSM. Refusing to eco here, there's going to be limited itself. They do get maximum loss bonus next round, of course, but still, there'll be $4,600 on autimatic next, so it's still not going to be the maximum buy. We'll see what goes into this one. It's guaranteed round 4, compLexity, you would imagine. 4 players in the B apartments, sick with the bomb as well. autimatic holding middle, but witmer is waiting for them. He should capitalise here, he should be able to do something massive there. Smokes will come over and flashes off. It's going to come down to that first shot. Let's see if he hits it.
Yes, he will. witmer with 1. Blindly fires, hoping for 2. Surreal comes back down catwalk early to try and set the crossfire position for him, but they're already snapping through the underpass. That's going to be cut off by dephh, as Twistzz, the last to survive, manages at least 1 kill. But limited once again in their movements, 11-9. Surely, Henry. Soonish. Now-ish.
Surely.
Do you want to count it down this time?
From what?
3, 2, 1. There, see?
Perfect.
Not
Well,
really. It's 0.5 off.
This is kind of nuts. It's compLexity somehow getting back into this game. I thought TSM was going to run away with this one, but winning both pistols, compLexity did win that first gun round as well. We go into number 21. No ops once again. SEMPHIS going to be back on towards the AKs, but they have got decent utility this time. You see smokes, flashbangs, AGs, and interesting enough, not crazy anymore. They've got 3 of them, not 5. We'll see what the approach of the CT is going. Aggressive again. They're just being relentless right now, but they're going to be having some confrontation.
One way to put it. Twistzz getting the shot onto sancz, still finally a kill that could give them an into the round, but dephh still follows up on the aggression, and immediately that gets changed. The late Molotov out. sick going to commit to this push down middle right now and already up toward the connector position using that bypass on the smoke at catwalk. He doesn't commit to the stairwell. He's actually just going to sit and try and play pixely. His teammate, autimatic, gets re-smoked up at Palace, so he's going to have to push this. He's thinking about it.
Oh, it's another round going in favour of compLexity, pushing up middle, getting those frags, decent exchanges, only sancz that drops. Sick and autimatic, the last players remaining, and they are towards Palace and beneath window as well. I'm not really sure what the options are here. Someone needs to step up. It looks like it has to be autimatic, so if you can find a pick, that'd be enough distraction for sick to come out towards connector, but...
I found out why we didn't have a replay.
Why?
Because Reese had a nosebleed, so Adam was directing.
Okay.
sick got the shot on dephh. This will start them off, try and give some movement to autimatic, but can't find the pick, and now it's pretty much all done and dusted.
Oh, good point.
It is all done and dusted. witmer's playing sick.
Well,
17 frags for him.
That's, what, 6-0 now in the second half. Who would have thought? Now it's going to be another partial buy from TSM. I haven't seen a single AWP yet. SEMPHIS, I think I've seen him AWP in pretty much every single half we've cast so far, and he's almost limiting themselves. And with tons of kills there. This is going to be all about these guys mowing them down as XP comes in now.
First shot, Android second, sick only managing 1. This is going to be 11-11, tied up after an 11-4 half.
These guys mowing them down as XP comes in now.
First shot, Android second, sick only managing 1. This is going to be 11-11, tied up after an 11-4 half. Although I say that, and sick is able to sneak in behind with that AWP, finds the shot on Android. There's still 2 smokes on the top of jungle, but he doesn't know that both players are on that side of them, because otherwise the bomb would be grabbed, planted already. And he's left it. He's kind of missed a free kick. Didn't really bend it like Beckham, did he?
He did not.
That's the sick, well-worn Asimov, by the way. That's the black scope.
Yeah, it does look cool. I'm all about the value.
I think
There's
these
no
ones are
factory
actually
new.
more valuable. I think they're almost as valuable as the factory new, if I'm not mistaken.
Really? Because they look good. Is that why?
I think it's, yeah, because the black scope's got like a rarity as well.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, see, it's all black. This is actually
yeah.
clever. He's going to try and wrap 2P on them, and they have no idea. He'll get a plant out of this for sure, but how much more can he find in the post plant?
Well, he's looking like he will get the bomb down here. He has an opportunity to do something with this.
Oh, that's audacious.
It's way over. Now he can go towards bench. I was going to say that would be a great position, but you know what? He's going towards kitchen. That's weird because you can't see the bomb from there.
Yeah, that is weird. If you planned it in the open, you'd expect he tries to stay. Cover! They almost line up. That would have been huge. Misses both shots, though. Sick. Unfortunately, he's going to be limited flash, blinded up, taken down. sancz gets him in the open.
It was a pretty deep blind, so you can actually see it from the kitchen window, but was kitchen door, sorry. But still going to be compLexity coming in, 2 versus 1. They did what they could there, but TSM still 7 rounds in a row here, 11-11. I can't believe it's actually come down to this, considering how the first half went. It seems like compLexity have kind of sorted their issues out and really posted some decent numbers here. It's going to be witmer on 18 kills. He's leading the charge right now. And the rest of his teammates not too far behind dephh. Normally one of their strongest fraggers. He obviously is on 130 ping tonight. They're just joining us. He's playing from the UK. The reason's unknown. I couldn't really tell you why, but it's happening. So deal with that, basically.
That must be fairly recent as well, because we casted him the other night and he was still located in the US of A. Yeah.
Well done. TSM now they have an AWP, finally. Lost bonus obviously at its maximum, and they got a plant down last round, so they're going to have the AWP to work with. I'm sure this is when they'll start picking up rounds now, because it makes sense. This is when they're at the strongest. SEMPHIS is a decent AWPer. Let's see what they can do with this dephh. Just in that sandwich area, looking towards Palace. Can't send sick as that, but it's going to come down to the timings here. Who's going to get to the jump on one another?
dephh. See how patient he can be. Let's see if TSM fall victim to their own play. On this TV, the crack above the door at Palace that's on the corner right there looks like an infection, a fungus growing on the side of it. Just thought I'd let you know.
Oh, yeah.
But here we go. They are at Tetris. One soon to be above dephh, and he's trying to face this. He knows they're close, finds the first shot. That gives it away. He won't be able to double up, but he may open up the angle, catch the ball. Oh, nearly the third as well. Headshot into SEMPHIS, and suddenly sancz is going to be in a position to give his team the lead, not only in this round, but also in the game after going down 11-4. Twistzz has to hold off 2 from the jungle position, but unfortunately they don't have a smoke to cover off witmer. Bomb dropped inside of the site. This is going from bad to worse for TSM.
They look a little bit lost, just holding up in defaults, not giving anything away this time. compLexity been presenting a different approach almost every single round. They've been going aggressive, then pushing that around, but now they're very passive. And it seems like TSM is getting played every single time. I think compLexity were anticipating the AWP to come out then, so just weren't giving anything away, forcing them to come towards the bomb side there. dephh, as I said, strong fragger, does play that sandwich area, gets 2, even with the high ping. And now compLexity will change it up once more. They go for the double AWP setup this time. And we'll see how this one goes down. TSM still have enough to buy with, going for some mid-control this time, bomb towards B apartments. And dephh going to be pushing off short. He was there last round, gets the first kill, looking for the double. Can't get it yet, but it's compLexity just really controlling the game once again.
sancz got the shot on to dephh. Surreal finds Twistzz with a nade lobbed in from his position that we saw on toward the balcony. Things slow. sancz is going to try and evaluate out toward the catwalk. Another situation where TSM can't find an opening pick that becomes sustainable. Bomb inside of the Palace still, or rather, excuse me, the B apartment still. They have to try and push forward to find it. sancz cleared out window. He's made a ton of noise coming out from that ladder room, and I'm sure sancz would have heard that from this position. He's already going to peek it. There it is, caught with a nade out. That's careless. Why is sancz standing in the open when he's down 2 men trying to throw out a smoke? Wow. Henry, the things I do not understand.
I don't understand a lot about this game, but you know what? I like it. It's fun. I'm enjoying it and seeing compLexity somehow come back from one of the most shocking terrorist halves I've seen in a while to one of the strongest, most adaptive CT halves we've seen in this whole NA section we've been casting. Not broad, I mean, as the last 3 days we've been here. I'd say it's one of the most impressive CT halves I've actually seen. It's actually how it should be played. It's actually quite refreshing. 13-11. Double AWP still out. And we'll see. Oh god, this buy. Can I have a look at the money, please? I kind of missed it. Here's pretty much a 4-6 and FNS going down to nothing, and autimatic pretty much fully invested as well. So this is getting desperate. This is a compLexity map, you know, somehow.
This is it. It has to be.
Not a single round.
You know why, TSM?
So
it's because you abandoned the Canadian flag, and traitors never deserve to win.
Oh yeah, that's probably why. Well, you didn't know Android was Canadian, did you? So, gotta help him out.
That's 4 players on this team that are Canadian.
2 Brits though, so if they're...
That's
compLexity.
we're talking.
Yeah, we're talking.
Oh, sorry, Andrew. Yeah, sorry. Yes, 2 Brits, 1 Canadian. It's a Commonwealth team as well. So they might as well fly the British flag.
Yeah, I think so.
So there's no Americans playing tonight. Android gonna try and hold this off right now from the backside of CT, but smoke out in front does allow a bomb down. Finally a bomb down, oddly enough, when they don't have guns. And deph's gonna try and go on this flank. Here's autimatic. They were already on that the whole time? That's ridiculous.
How did that go down?
I didn't even realize that was going down.
I haven't got the sound, so I obviously didn't, but I just... Okay. Like you said, they had decent positions and knew where the bomb was. How is this CT just defusing? There wasn't even a smoke down. Oh, God.
Crossfire, they can play the timing here quite well. SEMPHIS has to get back in, it's already defused. They were already on that the whole time? That's ridiculous.
How did that go down?
I didn't even realize that was going down.
I haven't got the sound, so I obviously didn't, but I just... Okay. Like you said, they had decent positions and knew where the bomb was. How is this CT just defusing? There wasn't even a smoke down. Oh, God. Matt, I can feel the anger myself for some reason. My blood's starting to boil. It was compLexity doing it to me in the first half, now TSM. This is a shocker from them. This is when you know you're out of the game. You're done for. They haven't got a single round here in the second half. compLexity just absolutely battering them. There we go then. Sig just goes for a simple play, walks out Palace. There's no real rhyme or reason to do that. But he does walk out the end and get a kill for us somehow. It's not what you'll see any European teams do, but he's going for it.
FNS up toward top of connector, smoke out. Can actually find the shot. I take it back. Witmer with a pistol, of course. Able to walk in, sick gets one in turn. SEMPHIS still watching, finally gets Surreal, a little bit impatient and looking for information. That opens the B side up entirely. And this time TSM has to win this round. They have to get this round. Sick with a good shot on his sancz.
Yes.
Android late rotation with the AWP.
Finally arriving in the second half here after what, a 10-0 deficit. TSM going to pick up their first round. Android now, AWP might as well try and do some economical damage here. It's going to be Sick, the player. Like, there was no tactic there, Matt. There was nothing I can tell you what they did was different. Sick just walked to the end of Palace and got lucky with the timing. He found the first kill and then he got some rotation kills as well. It wasn't really like TSM had just adjusted and did something really cool and got himself around. That's all he did. He just walked to the end of Palace and got a bit lucky. Like I said, most European teams will have someone watching that and they'll just blast him from jungle or steps. It's very unlikely that would be working. But there you go. They do arrive. 14-12. Obviously, the CTs still have a lot of cash here, but it's not as strong as I'd have thought. They go to double orbs, and this probably would reset them if they were to lose it. So if TSM can win this round, they're back in the driving seat and actually control the money situation. Let's see how it goes down. As we're into round number 27, I thought this was going to be like a 16-5.
Yeah, I really did as well. After what we saw in the first half, I thought this was done and dusted. Android with an AWP getting close on Shadow. Okay, I'll give it to you on balcony. Issue is that holding an angle like this, if he doesn't face the wall, it's a longer gun barrel than what you normally see in this corner, so it can be spotted. Bomb down intentionally at T-spawn. Look how passive and hesitant they are, TSM. They haven't even gone beyond the courtyard of the B apartments. They haven't peeked middle. They're just waiting at key. And, I mean, the aggressive stance inside of it that they have to confront from compLexity.
Well then. Very slow, passive play. Android has made his way towards the Palace with the AWP, looking for that first pick, and it doesn't seem like TSM have an objective right now. They're waiting for CTs to make the first move. That's just not going to happen, but the time is ticking away and they need to decide where they're going with this. They haven't shown any presence towards middle, towards B. They're just looking like they're just going for an AXQ here, which probably won't work. You can't just go into a tactic without showing your hand anywhere else on the map. It's not going to pull any rotations away, and with Android up here, they'll probably find this first kill. Unless Twistzz can really dance around him. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Shocking.
It is shocking, isn't it? Now they have control of Palace to turn this against them when they try and go in and get a bomb plant as well. 19 seconds. They have to execute. dephh just climb the ladder. A reverse fire pole, if you will, because he gets away from the flames, but Sick finds him nonetheless. And SEMPHIS gets Android. All right, now they've got a chance. Bomb goes down. Good shot from Witmer, though. SEMPHIS gone. AWP dropped, and Surreal spots FNS. Doesn't get the shot onto him. Sick able to find it in turn. And now they've got an issue. It's 1 versus 2, and Witmer has just a USP to work with. Goes FNS is out toward main, but TSM's going to hold on. This is typical, isn't it? You lose, lose, lose until you win.
I said that was a big round for TSM, and they've actually broken the money of the CTs now. So this will tie things up at 14-14. The CT shouldn't be buying too much into this. You can see Surreal with quite a lot of cash. He'll be going for a CZ. I think he's dropped over something as well. I just want to invest 1,000, so he probably drops a couple of other pistols for his teammates. But Still, yeah, TSM, like I said, that's a very strange approach to Mirage. Just hold up, do nothing, and then do a execute. Obviously, if you hit the shots, it's going to work out in some capacity, but Twistzz now takes the kill on towards dephh. CT's not really going for a full stack. You're going to be pushing down towards lower ramp. It's going to be Android finding that kill on towards SEMPHIS, and that should be the AWP, if I'm not mistaken. He does get the AWP. So maybe he can do something with this. Ooh, that could have made things interesting, but he's going to go down. sancz finds a kill with the Desert Eagle, taking an automatic. But he will be the last and remaining counter-terrorist.
Counter-terrorist.
Do not win this time.
I like how you give it a sophisticated term.
Which term?
Counter-terrorist. I just call it defense, CT, you know. I keep it simple.
Offense.
Offense and defense, baby. So 14-14. I hear beeping too.
Yeah. Beeping
I'm
in a building like
sniffing.
this is never a good sign.
Do we smell smoke, Henry?
Can we find out if there's a fire? Because I don't want to burn for an ACS. I'd rather live. It's gone. Okay.
It is gone, but that concerns me more now. It is actually a fire alarm going off. Reese has confirmed. But you know what he told me? He didn't say, go to break, we have to get out of the building. He said, cut to break once the game finishes.
Brilliant.
If this goes to overtime, we're dead.
So
we are so dead.
They probably left. They're probably, yeah, Matt and Henry will be fine. Those guys, those guys are strong. They'll be all right. They'll be fine.
They're sending someone to our desk to investigate. Okay, cool. I can tell you there's no fire in here. Oh, front desk. Oh, I'm sorry. You just called me an idiot. Reese is out of control right now. He wants us dead, and he called me an idiot.
14-14 has come right down to the wire here. TSM have found the last 3 rounds somehow after a pretty desperate terrorist performance so far from both teams, to be fair. We're going to number 29. This one will be quite decisive. And compLexity back onto the single AWP here. Of course, witmer will be the one wielding it. And we'll see what his next move is. It's going to be sancz towards middle. And once again, TSM in this slow defensive hold, not really obtaining any real estate on the map, but witmer looking at his shot take, could get it as well. Takes down SEMPHIS. Nice work from him. Can readjust himself. Maybe go out to aim, maybe towards middle. And that's the idea of these top AWPers. You want to be just all over the place, not being predictable. You don't want to stick around after you made your first shot. But sick now, once again, walking out Palace.
That's a bit odd. FNS getting the jump on dephh, but he holds the angle. Sticking behind the firebox, has to get forced away from a good Molotov, but he finds a shot on it. dephh transfers it over, finds sancz as well. And TSM coming to life late. It might be their map point after all, but it is still a 3 versus 3. And Android has done well to lurk deep inside of the site, creeps up the right wall. Has the shot back into sick. Bomb at the top of the A main stairs right now, but it's alone. It's left away from his teammate. autimatic just going to come back in through connector now.
The player pushing off short as well with the CT, so I'm assuming he may have spotted the connector player. There's still a 3-on-2. Android and Surreal low HP, and the bomb still yet to be planted. That's all the sandwich for now. Android can hear probably the footsteps here. The bomb will be planted. Spraying through, doing what he can. He's not going to be able to find the kill just yet. Decent plant, but it's automatically going down to the hands of witmer. And now, it's all up to Twistzz. We've been calling out how impressed we have been by him by map, but let's see what he can do here. Can be stuck towards jumping. Back. 2-on-1.
Still a chance. Bomb still ticking, still planted for him. Has the information, knows where both are. Smartly smokes off the Molotov. Knows that it's a fake, but commits too far. Surreal finds him inside of it. And he's got lots of time. compLexity instead will get map point. And Henry, if we go to overtime, we might die.
It's getting a bit warm in it now as well.
Okay, don't do that. It's your mind playing tricks on you.
It actually is getting kind of warm.
It's because I'm actually just looking great today.
Yeah, that new shirt you've got, I like it.
Thank you.
I'd like to own something like that one day.
You, if you're lucky, could own something like this someday. I've worn it now. It's worth more.
Yeah. Let me see how many Twitter followers you've got. I just want to see if I can...
What does that mean? Are you comparing yours to mine? I mean, I didn't give away a dragon lore and a bunch of knives, okay?
Ooh.
So, just think about that.
Yeah. Very hot in here now.
Very hot. Sweating hot. Sick. Takes down dephh. autimatic is going to follow up down middle to try and get toward connector fast. There's no one inside a window. They've gone away from it again. It's witmer that plays passive, and he's going to rotate towards CT stairs because there is no one else in a position where they can really try and do much with this.
There's the man advantage.
We can confirm there is no fire.
Okay, that's good to know.
See, I told you it wasn't getting hot in here. It's just me.
I'm still getting hot. 15-14. 4 players remaining for the CT. So Android on 5 HP. And he's actually, that convinces us a B play. You can see all the terrorists making their way towards A. And this should be going to overtime. I think we've seen a lot of overtimes in this NACS region so far. And it's been almost every single game it feels like we see at least one.
Yeah. Not really. The first 2 nights were pretty convincing. Last night we saw a lot of overtimes. This time witmer going to take down Stick, bring it back to 4 versus 4. He has SEMPHIS, excuse me, as well. And this starts to look very good for witmer, but he gets slightly too far out, and FNS is able to find him from the edge of the palace. And as the bomb drops into the site, they should be able to get the plant out of this. Autimatic pushes forward. He cuts off 1. Responded by sancz. Still a chance. 2 versus 2, but look at the HP. So low. 5 and 12. And inside of the smoke, they're going to push through this. This is going to easily catch off Android. But he gets the shot, holds the angle. And now the problems occur for Twistzz. But he does have bomb planted. He can just try and hold this. Android going to have to walk out eventually. Overcommitment from the AK. Couldn't find the first shot. Now he switches it back out, and he's going to reload and prepare for sancz, who's going to try and tap this. No, he's going to hold. He's definitely going to hold. With low HP, he's going to try to hold, but it's overtime on a single tap from Twistzz.
There it is. So, to be honest, it was...
Fire bell.
Fire bell, overtime
bell. Yep.
Yeah,
there it is.
So it just seemed like that was who could be the worst at terrorist side. And it seems like they're very evenly matched in that respect. So it's going to be overtime.
I don't know who's worse, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, at least TSM won more gun rounds.
Yep, true.
That might look better in overtime where you don't have to play with the
To be fair,
pistols.
though, I was actually very impressed with complexity's approach on the CT side. That was actually, from what we saw in the first half, they looked like they out of that game completely. But they actually stepped up. They had some really good calls and different approaches. Like we saw the aggression towards middle. We saw the palace pushes, the AWPs and stuff. They were going passive at the right times. So that was actually great to see them bounce back after an abysmal first half. Obviously, as you said, deph's on high ping, but still, the terrorist approach was pretty shoddy. Same goes with TSM, to be honest. They were kind of trying to run defaults when they didn't get anything for it, or just waiting for aggression. If nothing happens, nothing came to them towards their crosshairs. They just went towards straight up A take, which is not really advised. You need to be showing some presence on the map, looking for a pick, baiting out some of the CT utility first, just so you actually have a stronger chance of finding picks there. But, you know, like I said, it's like who was the worst on the terrorist side, and we found out no one.
I'm going to go with compLexity.
Yeah?
Because they won the pistol in 3 rounds, but only 1 gun. And TSM got more gun rounds.
Bad
TSM
bell.
Bad bell? Terrorist side bell.
Terrorist side, bad bell.
Terrorist. I can't say words correctly because like this cold I've got is just like latched onto all of my nasal cavities in the back and I can't get air through my throat. It's really annoying. That said, we're going to go live here in like about 10 seconds, Henry. Do you have any other thoughts you want to address?
Well, now it's a chance for TSM. Their money situation on the terrorist side was pretty poor to open things up. Now they'll be able to get the AWPs out straight away. And hopefully, I think they're the better team here, I say overall. So I'm going to say they're going to win. But who knows? Who the hell knows? It's on CS map. With players with 130 ping, who knows what's going to happen?
This is what I think about this game. I can't. It's a Bob Ross masterpiece.
It's really hot now. I'm going to start stripping for you guys.
It's all right.
Oh, let's get out of these clothes.
Yes, please do. Now when he goes to the wide shot that shows the whole studio, that's going to be on the floor.
He just can't go to the wide shot, basically.
Sorry, Reese, wrecked the show. That said,
someone can come in and win a game. That's fine. Bye.
It's fine. That said, 15-15 overtime starts now. MR3, 10K. AWP bought out already for SEMPHIS, as well as for witmer on the opposing side. And witmer's gone aggressive with his AWP purchase because much like SEMPHIS, he's gone full utility. He's left with $2,900. So we have to talk about this. The third round can get a little bit desperate in situations when you buy into it that heavily, but Surreal pushes up, catches autimatic immediately.
Yep, well, we have seen a lot of CT aggression coming this time. TSM have been preparing for it most rounds, but this time it's just the one player that's autimatic. It gets dropped by Surreal, one of the other British pickups for compLexity. And we go into this interesting situation. Sick has somehow got himself towards Sandwich, undetected now. This could be big. He's going to be potentially finding 2 frags here. He's not really coming in straight away, goes for that first frag, and now he's going to make this happen.
He's going to try, holds the angle, finds it as well. Patience pays off as Android overcommits to the peak. Surreal wants to tap him away, but he's going to come from catwalk. That's bombed down. He just needs to get this kill on SEMPHIS, and it would have been a job done. But SEMPHIS regrabs it, still has the AWP, and he's going to try and take matters into his own hands because 6 so low on HP can't afford to get caught in this plant. which does mean that the AWP is trapped on top of the site, and SEK's going to play this from connector instead. Flash out from jungle does blind SEMPHIS to start things off, but witmer clears firebox. That's going to give away that he was coming from CT, so SEMPHIS has that read now, but needs to be careful on his peek. He overcommits to it, and witmer goes down. Rather, it takes him down, and it's going to be sancz to follow it up. That's a quick kill, and another quick round for compLexity. I shouldn't say quick, it wasn't that quick, but it is the first in overtime. Look,
say it anyway, then. I'm only joking, Matt. Don't worry. You don't have to explain
you're mean.
yourself.
My mind hurts.
Anyway, compLexity once again. Great calls and then go for that aggressive play towards middle. It's Surreal. As I'm mentioning, he's one of the other new pickups, relatively unknown player in terms of legacy. British Counter-Strike players is one of the hot talents. He's been moved over to America. He's picked up one of those initial kills, falls back. That completely takes TSM out of the round in terms of their initial approach. They're forced to go towards A, but SEK did what he could with that double frag, but nice retake from compLexity in the end. We go into round number 2. It is MR3 10K. SEMPHIS back on the orb. What can you do?
What can you say about that?
Well, about what exactly?
The smoke and the gap, and SEMPHIS being able to get on top of the boxes, Henry. It's just so beautiful. But he can't tap it in. He does get the shot on witmer, who thinks, all right, you've tagged him, I'll finish him off. But the wombo combo 1-2 punch tag team does not work.
Wombo combo.
Smoke out for FNS to try and work with, but there's a gap inside of that, massive gap inside of that. It's quiet, Henry.
It's very quiet, Matt, if you don't mind me saying.
That's how I like it.
Round 2, compLexity is disadvantage this time. Witmer has dropped. SEMPHIS still a little time there, but that's a grenade. Oh no! Oh my goodness.
Oh, all too easy. deph's gonna come back out, and it suddenly swings. That first pick SEMPHIS grabbed suddenly haunts them as at 11 HP, and a single grenade on the corner takes him down, followed up by autimatic dropping. sancz through the smoke, nearly finds another, does get the headshot on FNS above the smoke on top of Tetris. And SEK's gonna push back through it, he's cut them off, he tries to spray transfer, it just holds the trigger down, but sancz gets the better of him. And it's on to Twistzz, who's gone a little bit quiet since the big impact that he did have on the CT side, and it's another round for compLexity. 2 in a row, here comes the problems for TSM's economy.
Well, they did get 2 bombs down, so that's an extra $1,600 coming in, so it shouldn't be like horrible. Yeah, it's okay. So one player.
SEMPHIS is screwed because
so
he's
the author, of course. So like the other guys, they have enough to buy just for those bomb plans. So he'll be going into the Tech 9, presumably. autimatic could drop a Gililma, he's not going to do that. So it's going to be Deagle for SEMPHIS. To be fair, his orb hasn't had massive of impact on this overtime. But 2-0 for compLexity. Their CD half has not been the problem. Is when they go over to the terrorist half, I feel like this overtime potentially could go on forever, Matt. So we'll see.
What is that smoke?
What's
Just like the continuous gaps on A main.
You haven't noticed. There are some flaws in the Mirage game.
Oh, you're right. I haven't noticed. You're right. sancz inside this site. I don't know what you washed this shirt with, but it smells fantastic. sancz gonna get another shot on to SEMPHIS, third as well. And a fourth as he gets Twistzz. That was reactive. Can't find the last one with the 5-7, but it would have been a pretty electric ace inside of overtime. It's gonna be Surreal instead. All 3 rounds go to compLexity. But now the same is gonna happen for TSM.
18-15, but yes, you're absolutely right. They're getting on the CT side, and compLexity's their terrorist side was arguably worse here. They won the pistol and only got to 1 gun round. So let's see what they can bring to the table. Obviously, money reset. They can kind of go in knowing they just need to win 1 round. That's actually quite a refreshing thought because they can just go, do you know what, guys, we just rush B. Should we just rush B 3 times in a row? We're bound to win once, surely. Let's just do something. Let's go really loose. Let's send dephh in first with his 130 ping. That's what I'd be calling it. Let's just keep it simple. Our defaults are atrocious. Let's just try and just run in, use our aim, and maybe just do a very basic execution. But we're going to take some time here. Use all the time you have, guys. Work out the next move. What's your prediction there, Matt? Do you think they can get the 3-0 TSM?
Yes.
Good. Well, I'm glad you're on the Team TSM, Team Canada.
TSM has 1 more gun rounds on their T side. Then would you stop it? I was talking.
I'm on Team UK.
I've noticed.
So I've got to be. It'd be rude not to be. Second half of overtime. It's going to be TSM on the double orb setup. Of course, SEMPHIS and autimatic wielding his weapons, and we're going in. Let's see what compLexity's approach is there. They are sending 4 players towards the B apartments. Maybe this will just be the simple B rush. dephh towards the top of mid. He's got the AK in hand, automatically looking for that pick.
Smoke.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can do this.
I can do it?
Nah, just kidding. I'm going to do it. Twistzz, playing the off angle by the van instead, has autimatic on toward Catwalk, who can quickly swing back and try and support, but it's with an AWP. So he has to hit the window shots. This is where if they wanted to execute, if they didn't have someone coming down Catwalk, if they had the smoke lined up for it, you can actually drop one inside of that first arch, which would cut off that AWP in this position. But it's not thrown, so neither here nor there, and there it's going to allow autimatic to get the first kill. Twistzz lines up the second. TSM, here we go. Back onto the CT side and back into the winning column.
Once again, no defaults coming in here, just straight up, let's run through B smoke and fire, and you can see the CT didn't really have to work with it.
I mean, what's the point in buying utility if all 5 players are going to die with it still on their belt? Look, there's one Molotov still on the ground. I'm sure I saw a smoke grenade there as well.
It's just a lack of understanding of how to play the map right now. I really hate to be brutally honest, but
that's what we're here for.
It's just they need to be doing default to the start. You have to push the CDs back, make them use their utility. You shouldn't be running through 3 smokes and Molotovs in the front, taking all the damage and running out one by one through the window. That's just not how the round should be going down. You should be pushing them back, challenging them, getting them questioning their setup. They shouldn't have 3 players there waiting for you as you execute onto this site. It's obviously a learning process. This team is still relatively young. I'm sure they'll bring more to the table, but they're terrorists. It seems that the CT side great. Let's not be completely destructive here. I'd like to be constructive and say the CT side looked like they've put a lot of work in. They've got a really good control of them. The calls are really solid as well, but the terrorist side needs a lot of work here.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with you. I concur.
Good.
I just don't feel like arguing with you.
Well then, we go into the second round here. TSM do find 1. We need 2 more though. It's looking like an execution coming in here once again. Actually, this is better though. dephh has got control of the connector, so they actually have got some real estate before they're doing execution. And witmer finds the first kill as well. It's something to do here. So it drops, and so there's FNS.
Surreal in, gets the shot as well. This could be it. compLexity looking solid, but suddenly it turns. Twistzz and autimatic finding kills in return. And Twistzz is going to fall back down in that connector position. autimatic has to Molotov off on the bomb to try and deny. But as it does get planted, compLexity still have a chance in this late situation. It's Twistzz with the AK that's tapping, trying to bait them out, but soon they have to go. And it's a kid on both. They've got some time, but single flash. It's already thrown. It's already been deployed out toward Tetris, and autimatic already going to be the one to face this. Is going to get taken down surely in this crossfire. One in the sight, one towards CT. Whichever way he looked, it was going to be wrong. And Twistzz will get triangulated. Gets 1, makes it interesting, finds a way. But this is already ticking too quickly.
Or is it?
GG.
Or is it, Matt?
GG.
Or is it?
GG.
Yeah. Well then.
Don't argue with me, Henry.
I wasn't really arguing, just trying to make it exciting, but you know.
Don't argue with me, Henry.
compLexity, take the first map. There it is. They managed to get one together. We thought that could go on forever, considering the T-sides we saw in regulation time, but they got it together, a simple execution. It was okay enough. They actually had some positioning there. Instead of having all 5 players in one position, dephh got towards connector. That was the missing factor they had in the actual first 15 rounds. Hi, Anke. I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this.
Yeah, please, by all means.
This is going to be...
Don't hold back.
I mean, I could be optimistic here and say how these teams, you know, maybe knew how they play on the CT side, so went for this individual gas call.
Right.
I mean, this is like, why? It's okay, obviously this is really bad, but why is it bad? You know, not just to trash, not just to trash like an ECS, you know. It's, you can see, apparently Sick is the new Stewie 2K because the guy just decides to walk through smokes at his own. Well, you know, it's not even the problem. Okay, so his teammates are towards mid, right? So maybe they give him the call, a guy's in connector. So he knows there's only 1 player on the A bomb side somewhere playing probably passively, but you are by yourself there. There's no other player in ramp or A apps to trade with you, so you're just taking a huge risk. You have no idea. That player might be anywhere. He might be really close. He might be in the sandwich, as we saw.
Yeah, that's
like
ridiculous.
about 10 times someone was there, right? So he just goes. And yeah, sometimes one round it worked. He got 2 kills and they won the round.
Yeah.
Next time he just dies, you know, unnecessarily. Just doesn't make any sense in the grand scheme of things, right? It's just a bunch of individual plays instead of having a game plan, instead of having something to go off from, like, let's take mid control, let's try and force them into some positions, get into connector, and then all together with connector ramp and apps, try and push the A site at the same time. And then you can, you push even through a smoke because your teammates are pushing as well and someone's going to get the trade kill.
But surely, like I said, their CT sides, both teams were actually pretty solid, especially compLexity. I actually was enjoying some of their ideas and their approaches. They were changing things up, they were keeping things dynamic, but the terrorist side, they weren't even doing the basics in terms of, like, everyone knows, like, smoking off towards connector on the CT side, smoking towards a window, you get a player in towards ladder room, that's real estate game, right? Then you can go into an execution from that point. Then you can actually say, okay, I can hear footsteps from CTs, I push them back from window, I've got control of jungle as well, you can't have as much control there. That's a really basic setup, right? But they were just going, holding really defensive, waiting for a CT push, and then all five would just trickle back to A and do an execution. That's not going to bait out any utility, that's not going to do anything. And not, yet, like you said, if someone steps up and goes crazy, you're going to win a round eventually. But it seemed that when players like Sick were just walking out of Palace at the very start of the round, like, that's not a thing, right? That's against NA, you just get blasted by anyone. You just can't just walk out crouching and, I've killed someone.
No one's going to expect this.
Yeah.
Always, I got this.
Yeah, it's just like, that's not a thing. It's like, it worked out once because it's just a weird thing to do, I guess. But.
And also at times you can just tell that so much time passes without anything happening on the map. Yeah. I mean, without teams just standing in B apps waiting for smokes to pass, right? And sometimes the CTs would actually get good info and then rotate and just, obliterate them basically when they go for that execute. The other times it's okay, boys, let's go back to A. The teams look just so lost at times because at the calls they're making, you cannot say that they're based off of anything except the guy having a feeling, a guess, or a hunch.
Yeah, basically. Well, to be fair, I hope we're being objective here.
No, totally. I don't disagree with a lot of it. Sick as well. Yeah. You do notice it. He lurks in really weird ways. And the one round it works is when he gets the AWP deep inside the site and turns it back, but most times he was getting caught off guard.
Also basic stuff like the I mean, you guys were harping on it, but it's because it's a really, even if you don't molly it, you can just check it and have a player holding that angle, right? That people are getting caught off guard too much, but by some pretty standard things.
That's a position that maybe can get you one kill, like it's one you chuck in every now and then when you know things are going to be crazy. It's a full execution coming in, you can drop in there, but 2 or 3 rounds in a row, you shouldn't be finding multiple frags there, which is a problem. Like, it's just like I said, compLexity, a very new team. And I'm sure they'll work on these things. They can watch it.
Well, we hope they do. We do move to Dust 2 next, just quickly because we have to go to a break. Thankfully, we didn't have to go to a break because of a fire.
That was fun.
Funny for you.
Putting the auto director on, boys.
See you later. Out of here. Yeah, thanks. We were just going to stay down and go down with the ship. Thoughts on Dust 2 really quickly. We've seen compLexity play this a few nights ago. If I'm not mistaken, we saw TSM play it last night.
Yeah.
Was it in their map pool last night?
It was the decider one.
This is where SEMPHIS looked really strong on Dust 2. I feel like this is TSM's map. I feel like they're the better unit overall. Obviously didn't show it then, compLexity coming out on top, but the fact is obviously the dephh on high ping, playing from the UK and stuff, and I feel like TSM are a decent package. I think that was just a bad map for them. I think they kind of forgot how to play in certain instances. I'm not sure who the caller is in that team. I assume it's SEMPHIS.
SEMPHIS probably plus Valence as the coach.
He's the coach.
Valence's coach would probably do most of it, I assume. SEMPHIS would have mid-game, I think, but I don't think he'd be calling defaults.
Well, mid-game was the problem for me, to be honest. So Dust 2 is a much simpler match in terms of those sort of approaches. You can actually, I think, across the board, I think TSM have more talent available, although compLexity have got some great players. I think like it's a joke for the UK guys to, obviously everyone says UK scene is trash and stuff, but I think the UK guys are showing some talent available here. I think they are going to become great players eventually. Maybe not in the next few months, but you can see there's definitely something to work with there. But Dust 2, I think TSM are the better overall package right now.
Definitely, it's going to take a huge individual performance from the compLexity guys to be able to take them. In the end, we have to remember that Mirage was compLexity's pick, so they kind of had to win that one to have a chance in this best of 3.
Break bell. See you after.